What's up, everybody? I'm Scott Oots. Today we're going to talk about something that most people don't like to talk about. So we're going to talk about the ups and downs of business a little bit, the hairy side that you guys don't typically see. You know, there's a lot of people that come on podcasts and they start talking about all the success they're having and everything that's going right in their business, and it makes you think that a business just goes upwards like this. But really, it's a roller coaster, right? You have your good times, you have your bad times. And let you guys know that you're not the only one encountering these things. So in 2019, we did about 150 deals in my business. Now, when we look at additional deals that we've locked up with sellers, for example, we had about 30 deals that we locked up throughout the year that did not close. So these deals fell apart. We didn't see the money from these. And that's what I want you guys to realize, that not every deal will close. That's why it's so important that when you lock up a deal, you don't stop. You continue to market and you continue to talk to sellers, follow up with them, because you don't want your business to end if one deal falls apart. So with those 30 deals, we're talking a few $100,000 that could have potentially been brought in to my business. Now, some of the reasons these things have fallen out, in California, for some reason, people like to sign contracts. They could be a squatter in the house, trying to act like they're the seller. It's almost like they think we're gonna show up with that briefcase full of cash and just say, here you go. But unfortunately, you know, for them, title runs checks. They're gonna make sure this is the right person. They're gonna need to sign with the mobile notary. So sometimes it'll fall apart during those processes. You can sue those people, you can go after them, but let's be honest, they don't have anything to take anyway, so you're better off just to move on with your life. You can still try to find the seller of the house and try to pivot that and save the deal. We've done that a few times. So stuff to be aware on. When you guys are getting a contract signed, we know the seller's name before we go to the appointment. So typically we're just gonna look through our title app real quick, just see if that seller's name matches. If it's a trust or something, we're not gonna ask for trust paperwork prior to going to the appointment. It just gets to be too much work and it makes the sellers think we don't trust them. So if it's a trust, we'll go anyway, we'll get the thing signed. But if it is a seller's name, have a quick title report ran. You can just take a look real quick, make sure it's the right person. That's gonna be really important when you guys look at this stuff, because it's gonna help you not waste a lot of time on something that's potentially gonna cost you money in the end. Since my team's gotten larger, things like that do cost me money because I have my transaction coordinator working on the deal, I have my acquisitions people, my dispositions people. Having everybody in the office costs money. So that's one good thing to make sure that you avoid. Make sure that these are the right sellers. And before you guys go to appointments, if you're going on in-person appointments, make sure that you guys are actually making sure all the decision makers are actually at the house. So for instance, if it's a husband and wife there, make sure that when you go out there, you're not wasting your time just talking to a wife or just talking to a husband, because you know what their excuse is gonna be. Well, I have to wait for my husband to get home. I have to wait for my wife to get home. So ask them, hey, are all the decision makers going to be present at this appointment? And then you make sure that when you go to the appointment, you're set up for success and you're not potentially waiting on somebody else and dealing with those excuses.